Hey everybody, this is Dark Phoinx, one half of the Great LP Racers with Pokemon Ruby. The other partner for this channel, the Great LP Racers, is my good buddy Negasub on Sapphire version. So, yeah, we kind of just started up this channel to do some Pokemon LPs and other LPs and races. If you know, this is the intro with Professor Birch, who pretty much is going to tell you what Pokemon are. If you've played any of the other games, you should know by now what Pokemon are. This is, like I said, a race through Ruby where we're going to see who can make it to the Elite Four faster than the other, me or him. I'm going to include some links in the description to my channel, his channel, and some other stuff I'm going to put in the video, like music occasionally. I will throw a download link in the description to iTunes so you can get that. I'm a boy. I'm obviously going to name myself, well, Phoinx. This is my second LP, third time recording this episode. It keeps getting erased every time I start on it. You're moving to his town of Little Root. And this is the Hoenn region. The third generation is decent when it comes to the Pokemon series. I'll admit that much. You're in a truck. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to be releasing a video, then my buddy Negasub will release a video, and we're gonna keep in tandem like this and see whoever gets into the Elite Four first with the least amount of parts. Then after that, we are going to start on another project, but this one will probably last for a while, so I don't know why I'm even getting ahead of myself here. Pokemon do all the work of moving us in and cleaning up after us. This is so convenient. Phoinx, your room is upstairs. Go check it out, dear. Dad bought you a new clock to mark our move here. Don't forget to set it. So, yeah, I'm just going to change some settings real quick. And I'm sorry that you guys can't hear the music. Unfortunately, it's not going to record. What I'm using isn't going to record the music like that. I'm doing this all in post-recording, so yeah, if it sounds a little weird, that's why. I'm gonna head up and shut the clock to 4:30, because that's when I started recording this episode. 4:30 p.m. There we go. Oh. There we go. It was set to 3:30 before. That looks about right. Is that the correct time? Yes. Oh, Phoinx, how do you like it? Good? Everything's put away neatly? They finished moving everything in downstairs. Pokemon are so convenient. You should make sure that everything is on your desk. So, if you go over to your desk, and it's interesting, because up until the 4th generation, there was always a potion in your PC, because after the 3rd generation, you stopped being able to store items in your PC. Your mom wants you to come look at the TV, and they brought you an interview from Petalburg. So, yes, you now got to go talk to Professor Birch's kid, May. And there's May's mom, who is talking to you. We have a daughter about the same age as you. Our daughter was excited about making new friends. Our daughter is excited. During that little long pause, I was looking at something. Pokemon fully restored and items ready, huh? And who are you? ... Oh, you're Phoinx? So you're here. I'm May. I have this dream of becoming friends with Pokemon all over the world. I heard about you from Professor Birch. Yeah, I really don't like reading this, so I'm just kind of skipping it. And she's gonna run off, and because she's got to go catch Pokemon with her dad. She's got a GameCube. And all I've got is a Game Boy. How sad. So you're gonna go up, And this little kid is going to stop you, telling you he hears someone shouting down the road what we should do, we do. So we've got Professor Birch being chased by Poochyena. It's the same thing with Ruby and Sapphire. He's being chased by Poochyena and he tells you to go to the bag. In Emerald, he is being chased by a Zigzagoon. I am choosing a Mudkip to start this run out. And, yeah. It also happens to be female, so I know what nickname it's getting. You can use Tackle. Poochyenas are Dark type. Personally, I've used a couple Poochyenas. Not exactly my favorite in the long run, but I do admit they come in handy. So you should possibly pick one up. I was in Tallgrass studying Pokemon. Oh, hi, you're Phoinx? This is not a place to come, let's go by my lab, okay? So, he's going to allow you to keep the Mudkips, which, if you know through any of the games, you always have a starter Pokemon consisting of one of 3 types: water, fire, or grass. Third generation is Mudkip for the water, who I am going to name Oceanus. And if any of you can guess what I'm referencing when I name it Oceanus, well, you get a cookie. You get a cookie, not multiple cookies, unfortunately. Okay. Now, he wants you to go see May. Unfortunately, May is not in her house, so we've got to go traveling. Route 101, where we fought the Poochyena. Another Pokemon in this route. Personally, one that I like just due to its ability, which you'll end up seeing later. Talk to this person and they'll take you to the Pokemon Mart. But as I was saying about the starters, Mudkip is the water for the third gen, Torchic is the fire starter, and Trico is the grass starter. I believe my buddy Negasub will be using a Trico, I think? I don't know. I'm just speculating. You'll actually have to talk to him about... You'll actually have to go check out his video to see that. So I'm going to use Tackle on a Poochyena, who tries to tackle me back, but it missed. I was getting kind of frustrated when So I used Tackle and Tackle again. Now, I was getting kind of frustrated because at this point my buttons started getting sticky and messed themselves up. So I got caught into a fight with a Zigzagoon, who's also on Route 101. Personally, I like Zigzagoons due to the ability Pickup, which allows them at random times based upon their level to pick up a specific item that they have. All dependent on what level they are. And there's possibly a chart on Cerebi.net, Cypokes.com, and Bulbapedia, which I will leave a link in the description to all 3 of those, because those are the 3 I use. And Oceanus just learned Mud Slap. That may come in handy later. Let's see, Pokemon found on Route 103 include... Oh, hi, Phoinx. Oh, I see my dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift. Here, let's have a quick battle, and I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is like. So, I'm fighting May. May would like to bat. And she sends out Trico, because your rival will always have your weakness, except for Pokemon Black and White, where one of your rivals will have the one you're strong against. I'll use Growl to lower its attack, and Pound does 2 damage. Growl again, because I'm hoping to get it so that it doesn't do much, does like 1 damage, and I'll use Tackle. Still does 2. I'll use Tackle. I'm going to use it again, and I'm going to use it one more time. I'm down to 3 HP, and I feel like it'd be risky if I went for a Tackle again, so I went to the bag and used a potion just to be on the safe side. I misclicked on bag, and I will go and use Tackle again, and it uses Leer, which will lower my defense, but that won't matter because I've already won. And due to Trico fainting, you get 69 experience. Oceanus is level 7, and we defeated May, winning 300 Poké Dollars. And now you gotta go back to the home and talk to her about that. So now you're walking, she'll pull you over. Hey, Phoinx, let's hurry home. Now, I'm going to walk off to the side and see if I can find my favorite version. It's the Caterpie of the generation. Wurmple. It has two different evolutions. One's a Cascoon, one's a Silcoon. It kind of evolves at random. So, it all depends on some big numerical values that I don't really know how to calculate, and I definitely don't want to figure out how to calculate. So, like that, it will depend on what it will evolve into, whether it be a Cascoon or a Silcoon. Cascoon evolves into Dustox, Silcoon evolves into Beautifly, which is pretty much the Beedrill and Butterfree of this generation, if Wurmple is the Caterpie-Weedle of the generation. So now, going back in here, Professor Birch will give you a Pokedex. And they will give you 5 Pokeballs. So now that I got the Pokeballs, Pokeballs and Pokedex, I can go catch the second member of my team. Now, it's not on Route 101 or 103. Now, your mom's going to stop you and give you the Pokemon's running shoes, which I have to say was great that they added. I'm happy they added them because it just took so long to travel about without them. So I'm really happy you got them. She tells you that you have to hold down B to run, which I haven't started using yet, I don't believe. I probably should. Ooh, we get into a wild battle with a Poochyena. Unfortunately, as much as I like Poochyenas and dark types, I'm not going to pick one up. Due to me just using Tackle, yay, I'm almost level 7. I probably shouldn't get that high in level before catching the first team member. Zigzagoon, not catching, though I do like the pickup ability. I will probably end up catching one just for the pickup ability and having it as a slave later on in the game after I get my full Pokemon team. But Zigzagoon, or Ziggy as I prefer to call them, are not going to be joining this team. Sadly. So, Oceanus is now level 8, and time to go get my next guy. Past Oldale Town, into Route 102, where I will now go and attempt to get my next Pokemon. Another Ziggy. This one's male. I'm not going to catch it. I am going to super speed up right about now. Super speeding, looking for a specific guy. It's a Ralts, huh? Not what I'm after, but I do know my buddy Negasub spent a couple of hours looking for a Ralts on like a half an hour looking for a Ralts on his, because he is using a Ralts. Don't tell him I spoiled that for you guys. Please don't, he'll be mad at me. And it's a Zigzagoon again. I don't need a Zigzagoon. So, it's a C-Dot, the second member of my team. And unfortunately, though, C-Dot will use Bide. So, I figured I'll just use Tackle, and it kills it. So, that didn't work out. So I'm going to have to keep searching for another C-Dot, where I will run into a Wurmple. Another Ralts. A third Ralts. A fourth Ralts. A Surskit. And another C-Dot. I'm going to use Tackle. It'll use Harden. Now that it's used Harden, I am going to growl at it, just to be on the safe side so I don't kill it. going to use bite again, I will use growl again. And with growl, I will use a growl again. I'm waiting for it to use harden again before I start attacking it. That way I can be sure that it's not going to die. It'll use harden again. And now I can go on the offensive to be sure I don't kill it. So I'm going to use tackle. Or growl one more time. I don't know what I was thinking. I should use tackle. I guess I wanted to be on the safe side by letting it get up 3 hardens. So I'm going to tackle it. And it's going to use a 4th harden, which is good for me. I will use tackle again. And I think it's in a good position for me to catch it. So I'm going to go over and use a Pokeball. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, second member of the team, C-Dot was caught. Data was added to the Pokedex. C-Dot attached itself to a tree, and hanging off the branch it goes. I'm going to nickname it, and I'm going to nickname it S-C-R-U-B. Scrub. And if anybody can actually tell me what I'm referencing to with that nickname, you'll get another cookie. If you get both right, you'll get 2 cookies. And possibly a hug. So I'm going to heal up here, and this is drawing close to the end and where I say goodbye. So, I'm going to include a link in the description to my channel, my buddy Negasub's channel, and the music that I'm going to have playing in the background. So, this is Dark Phoinx with Scrub, and I'm going to be signing with my buddy Scrub, and I'm going to be signing